workspace and how the work environment is being designed to prepare towards how to function in those areas. I read a report 2017 about the Gen Zs. Okay, as of 2017, the oldest of the Gen Zs were graduating from the university. So the question they were asking, how is organizations preparing to welcome these people to come and work in their companies? Do you know still today many people have not prepared to welcome the Gen Zs? Am I right? You know why? They give you trouble. Hello? Am I the only one saying this, madam? Am I the only one? Gen Zs, it means that we need to be able to, prepare. First of all, the report says that Gen Zs don't like wearing suits. They like wearing jeans. So HR should do what? Accept them the way they are. You know, again, to Gen Zs don't like all this. If you come to a company, they give you a desktop and give you one kind of seat. That's not how it is. They don't work with desktop. How many of you have seen a desktop first of all? It will soon go out of fashion, right? They use laptop, they use their iPhone as their work tool, and they listed so many things that the Gen Z. So they're asking companies, "Are you guys ready to absorb this one? Because from now on, these are the kind of human beings you'll be seeing everywhere in the world. They can insult you and they don't care. They can just tell you their mind. I'll give you the peace of their mind, and it's crazy. And you could just be firing them and be hiring them. You understand? Because if you fire and hire the same, that's the double of the person that you just fired. Okay, but that's for the hiring company. We are talking about the people that are sitting down here. How do we fit into these organizations in the future? Next slide. Okay, now look at this. This is another puzzle, right? I said something that if you don't get this, do what? Forget it. If you don't get this, just forget it. Let's start with this. Everybody need to build new skills. You need to know how to use a lot of tools. Okay, you need to redefine yourself to be able to fit, because the companies of the future, they all fit into all of this. Everything we'll just be discussing, all the big organizations you see, they fall into any and one of this. Starting from what? Platforms. What are platforms? Uber is a platform, right? Right? We have Dreamer is a platform, right? And I can list as many platforms as possible. So that's the kind of work where you're going to be getting, getting an employment opportunities from. And you'll be like, are you going to be working in the app? Is the office inside the app? Hello? Where is the office? If, for instance, you just say, hey, I got a job from Uber. So people like, you're working in Uber. How? Is your office inside the app? Where will it be? Most times it's going to be a remote job, right? Most times. So platforms. So almost every business now today are platform-based businesses. Think about it. The ones that can pay you well, they are platform-based. What's the next? Are you not seeing content everywhere? Eh? Everything is content, especially if you have to structure your content. If you understand the audience you're going to speak to, you understand, package it very well, structure it very well, organize it very well, you have a lot of business to deal with in your hands. And trust me, content has not even started. I hope you are aware. Because once there are a lot of fibers, you can see people laying pipes on the street. Have you seen them? They are laying fiber. Once this fiber has gone around, because Bosu promised us that they're going to make fiber to get to even to the hinterlands like Abuja, so many places. Guys, once you have fiber, it will drive, the 5G maximally. Let me tell you, maybe you don't know what 5G means. 5G means like this school, the way it is. If you want to build another type of this school somewhere, you have a land, you can upload this building like this inside your internet, then download it where you're going. That's to tell you how fast your internet is gonna be and how relevant it's gonna be. Don't mind me, you can't download can't download the building, right, and upload it. But what it's trying to tell you that you can do. Have you guys know what is called 3D printing, right? What's 3D printing? Okay. No, you're asking me. I asked you question. You asked me back. Okay. What's 3D printing? Thank you. Thank you. That's it. It's as simple as that. You can print. You can design it. Once you design it in your laptop, you just print. You can print a whole building like this. That's not actually what I was saying. You can print a whole ship. You can print if you're some clothes. You know what Lavrodin is doing is that some of their clothes, if they cannot import it, importation is expensive, right? So you buy a 3D printer in Nigeria, then the printer will be printing exactly what's the product you have abroad here. So you can go and buy shoe. My shoe is they print it for me. I will just wear it. That's what it's called 3D printing. And it will be powered by what? Eh? The 5G. The kind of internet that is, there's it's already around. But we want to make it to circulate everywhere. So guys, get ready. Okay. So what's the next one? And cloud. How many of us do this? Let me not assume. Hmm? Okay. Now, everything is in the cloud. Are we aware? Your data is in the cloud. Your school, all your database of your names, everything is where? Your projects, where are they? So what happened in that cloud? Hmm? Yes, a storage space. But what that means, your money is in the cloud. I hope you know. That's why you're just busy doing transfer anyhow. Just be doing transfer. Who carries cash around here? Anybody has cash here? Cash is a liability. Okay, now see, the arm robber does not need to now come and start, harassing you to bring your money. Do they do that now? They go to the cloud. The cloud. That's why they steal your money in the cloud. It does not need to come close to you at all. But he can access you via what? So there are APIs, there are cloud. So since everything is in the cloud, people have to learn about cyber security, right? So you don't need to have security in your gates there. You can just have only one security in this whole school. And you have cameras everywhere. You have the kind of machines that can help you to control everything around the school. Just by sitting down there. The man will just be reading newspaper. If anything happens, he'll be alerted. That's what is called smart city. Do you understand what I'm saying? And he can control everything. So it's happening where? Right here. There are APIs. APIs enables you to have access. For instance, have you seen some people's Facebook page that you like, just get that you get confused. See, this Facebook does not look like my own Facebook. It's different. Why is their own different? Why? To have a chat, to have some kind of engagement and all of that. Because you know what they do? They'll be able to plug in their API into the Facebook, and it gives them another user experience. So when people come to their page, they feel different. Their page start looking like another website entirely. It doesn't look like Facebook at all. Hello? That's actually API. API are kind of software that can enable you to interact with another organization or another software. For instance, if your school can say, okay, how do you guys pay your school fees? Transfers? Okay. Um, okay, let me say, maybe let's say, how do you don't pay tax, right? If the lecturers pay tax, so school portal can be integrated into tax portal. Do you understand? So the they will be interacting. So once their salary just drop, that people will do what? Collect their own. So there's an integration. So it's made possible by use of what? API. So some programmers are specialists in API. You understand? They know how to access it. They know how to be able to integrate it. They know all the stuff about API and the cloud. It actually makes life easy. So what's the next one? Subscription or what? Okay, that's the kind of thing. How many of us use Netflix here? Netflix, almost everybody. Yeah. You pay for it by Subscribing, right? Yeah. So many other things that are happening that will happen in the future are gonna be driven by what? Subscription models. Can you list more any other apart from Netflix? Any other one? Eh? DSTV is going no. Go TV. Prime TV, okay. Which other one? Spotify, Apple, YouTube has premium, yeah. Eh? Canva. Okay. And there are many, many other platforms. So you can also think about it. You can develop something. I was in Lee City University when they were marking 20th anniversary earlier this year, and they have a lot of young people that have innovation, and we were there as judges. Okay, and a young boy approached me. He developed a solution just like WhatsApp, his own. He's called it Chatsphere. I said, wow, how does it work? He said that this solution is better than WhatsApp. I said, serious? How? He said that it can take 5,000 people in a community, 50,000 people. What's the highest that WhatsApp can take in a group? Hmm? 1,000. This guy said that his solution can take up to 50,000. Say, wow, this is good. So we have to help this guy. Now, I'm telling you the kind of things young people are developing these days. You can innovate. Trust me, there are funds. We're helping this boy now to be able to access some fund. We help him to apply for Morgan Stanley in New York. That's about $200,000. We just applied for him for that one. Now, he was supposed to present when they were having data privacy and something in Abuja. Okay, if you remember, there was a time they wanted to shut down Facebook in Nigeria. How many of us are aware? Yeah, it was the department that was in charge. It's been headed by Nihu Ribadu, right? So this boy was supposed to go and do a presentation of that project so that he can access funds from the bit. He was not able to go, but I'm just trying to say because in Unilife we just finished one. It's called Innovation to Market. We have about 50 young people that came up with different innovations. Different innovations. First of all, what's an innovation? Anybody? Eh? An idea? Sorry, a new idea. Not an idea, a new idea. Any other way? Yes. It's not really an invention. See, to improve on it, that's called a new idea, improvements. Another word, think outside the box. I'll give you an instance. Before Uber came, were you not entering taxis? So what did Uber do? Okay, let's even take you back before Uber came so that you can understand how we are. If I want to go from here to Lagos Island, how will I go to the island without entering a bus? How? I walk down to a taxi park, right? I will meet a driver, then we'll begin to discuss prices. Huh? That's how to go to the island. Is that how to go to the island today? So what did they do differently? They developed an app, okay? And what they did was to develop what they call a business model. Business model. Because I need to dig deep into this so that you guys will begin to think. Somebody just developed an app. What did he do? Let me explain the business model for Uber. Uber identified three problems. First of all, you need to identify a problem. What's the problem? A man that does not have a job but he can drive. That's number one, right? Number two, a man that has a car, eh? But he will drive it to work and he will park it till what? 5 p.m. He says it's wrong. Drop this car in Uber. We will manage it for you. The driver will take you there, drop you at work. Then the car can make money for you. That's the second person. Who's the third person? International traveler. Okay, there's four. International traveler. For instance, if you travel, have you been to India before? No. If you go to, let's say, if you go to any country and you come out from the airport, what will you see? You will see taxis everywhere. Will you enter those taxis? Remember, you're coming there for the first time in your life, and you tell them, "Sir, I'm going to this address." They will take you to River Ganges, where they do sacrifice, and they'll be looking for you. See, Uber is the only trusted brand. If I get to Ghana, once you come out, you just open your app and do what? And you order for a ride. You know why? They are protected. Nobody can steal you. Nobody can kidnap you if you're using Uber. Hello? So that's another problem they identify. People don't enter. I went to Port Harcourt. Each time I go to Port Harcourt, you see a lot of them there at the landing. They're all bad guys. Seriously. Don't try it. If you enter those taxis, except you're sharing taxi with someone. Do you understand? If you get into a aeroplane, just tell them, where they go? I'm going to Transamadi. You find out like three people going to that place. They can't kill three people now, right? Three of us can fight. We can manage to use them and share the money somehow. But it's very, very dangerous. Okay, that's Uber. Then the fourth one is they identified. Okay, the first one was what? A driver that doesn't have a car, the owner of the car that can make more money, the international traveler, and the fourth one is somebody that wants to use a clean taxi with air condition at a very cheap rate. Four problems, and they were able to solve those problems. Are you thinking already? I just mentioned logistics. Now take your mind to somewhere else. Think. Don't say, okay, I don't have money to build app. They did not use their money to build that app. Hello? For instance, Uber assessed $50 billion, their first seed funding. This boy, and I'm telling you now, the guy does not say, "Sir, I can't even." He just showed me. The thing is only in his phone. It's not even online. Do you understand? We are seeking for funding for this young man. In no time, you will see it. He doesn't have the money. So don't limit yourself because there is no money. Do you understand what I'm saying? Please don't limit yourself. All you need to do, there are many, many, many organizations that are giving us free monies. For instance, every big company in the world and in Nigeria, they set up aside 2% of their revenue for what? For foundation. MTN has an MTN foundation. Just 2% of how much they make is given out free. So how do they? The day they spend it is that, okay, do anybody has any innovation we need to fund? So those that have to do what? They will raise their hands. You apply. But to qualify, we could teach you how to do what to access those funding. That's MTN. Who was again? Ford Foundation. What again? Every company. Just be naming them. Be name any company that you know. Eh? Fine. Just be naming any company that comes to your mind. Name them. Just keep naming. Call any company. Eh? We mention MTN. Call another one. Eh? They have it. Who else? Zenibag has it. Their own, though their own is focused on beauty, so they beautify roundabouts, right? That's what they use their own CSR to do. Do you understand? So I'm trying to tell you that every company has that part where they use their 2% to do what? To give out. So that's the money. That 2% is what you are looking for. Hello? Let's even start with what are you studying? Civil engineering. Thank you. What's your dream? Is there any innovation just flying in your head right now as we speak? What's flying on your head? Structure, like on water. Can you put your hands together for her? Is anything stopping you at all? Is the devil attacking you? No, 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 no. Nigeria is not stopping you. Any other person? What are you studying? Sociology. What do you want to become? What do you want? Is there anything flying on your head right now? Eh? School. You want to own a school? Fine. What kind of school? A different kind of a school or something? What makes it different?
AI stores.
AI
Yes.
stuff. Please put your hands together for her. I mean, I can go on and on, right? You guys think about it. Is anything stopping you? The four walls of this university is stopping you, right? Eh? You want to finish here first? Don't wait to finish. Just start. Hello. Sorry, am I communicating? Anybody can start anything. You can start anything. All you just need to do is to make sure that you belong to the right group. If there's a group that said, okay, they said, well, just join, just be joining groups. Do you understand? Just be joining groups. Opportunities are dropping everywhere. So you don't spend your time and be wasting it. Remember what I said? Those people, what did they do? They have the value of what? Of what? Time. 24 hours. Everybody has 24 hours. What are you doing with your 24 hours? On Instagram, watching other people's content, but you will not build your own content. So where are we? Payments. This is still a problem till tomorrow. Uh, as I was coming, there was an advert about another new payments platform. Payment is still a problem till when? Is anybody doing anything around payments here? Nobody? There is what is called cross-border payments. I went to Ghana and I had problem trying to. First of all, I had problem of I couldn't. The first time I went to Ghana, it was difficult to settle in. You understand? I can't imagine where all my money now is in cities, right? And I'm not gonna stay for long. I went for a program. I needed to just go back. And as I was going, I still had cities in my pocket. So I said, what do I do with all this money? They said you just spend it or you dash it. I said I can't dash this thing out like this. Do you know how much that thing is? I was spending like 350 cedis for a night in the hotel. If you convert that thing into dollar, it's a lot of money. Oh. Do you know how much a cedi is to dollar? How much is naira to dollar? 1.5. Okay. A dollar in Ghana is 12 cedis. Are you clapping? It's 12 cedis. That's a lot of money, seriously. But no, all I'm trying to say is payments. I saw some of these, all these GIG, associate GIG here. I saw them in Ghana too. So people are doing cross-border trading. Do you understand? The same way they can take goods from Lagos to Benin, people are taking goods from Lagos to where? Accra. And trade is happening. Trade is happening. The same challenge they were having, how do we convert? Conversion is a problem. I went to GT Bank in Ghana and said, is my account in Nigeria? Is it the same? They said, no, 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 no. That if you're trying to take money, you have to open another account in Ghana. And your money in GT Bank in Nigeria, if you want to transfer it, is transfer. I have to come. I have to pay for that. I said I have to pay you to transfer my money. That's wrong now. That's stealing. After working very hard, I will pay you. It's like I'm in Lagos. If I go to Bini, it's not the same account in the same bank. Is it possible? That's a rip-off. But it's not a rip-off. It's payments problem. Hmm? People are still solving that problem till tomorrow. So somebody should think about it. What's the next one? Solar and electric. At least you know that one, right? Everything is being driven by solar and electricity. At least we can see some drones, some plane that can find, some cars that can drive without normal distance. So what's the next one? Okay, that's the crypto, NFTs, the Web3, etc. What's the next? Security and real estate. They work together. Any estate that doesn't have security, I mentioned smart cities, right? There are smart estates. Okay, security is actually very much important. Any estate that does not have this, people will not live in those places. Okay, the same thing with food and what? Mobility. Uber is selling food, but they're selling food. Food is another big stuff. Glovo, right? Right? Which other one? Child Deck. They are apps, applications. They all have their business models. They are different. You understand? So innovation means you don't need to reinvent the wheel. What do you need to do? Bring technology. Just bring technology. That's all. Bring tech. You can go to the farm and you just watch how people are farming. Okay, okay. Then you will need to see where the problems are. Then you can build an app to do what? To solve that problem. There's a lady that used to teach people how to, her own organization is to teach young people how to build applications. So a small girl from Makoko, you know Makoko, right? Under Third Mainland Bridge. The girl learned how to build. Her father is they are fishermen, right? They go to lagoon to go and fish. Now see what the lady did. She built the app. She ran an advert. So people in Ikoyi, they pick her orders, and once they just she gets an order, she tells her parents to go to the sea, and they'll bring the fish and they will deliver it by sea to Ikoyi and the environment. Have you seen that? That's the highest level of empowerment. But first of all, you must do what? You must see a problem. Okay? When you see a problem, you think about what? How do I solve this problem with the skills that you have? Trust me. Okay, after that, even if a company employs you, said, okay, during your interview, they'll ask you, so what's your greatest achievement? What do you think you would say? That's a very big achievement. I mean, if I'm sitting on that board and you tell me that you did this, you did that, you already have the job. True of us. Yeah. You are different from every other person. Do you know every year NYS is churning out people? What will make you different from all this stuff? Do you know how many people they churn out every year from NYSC? That's over 6,000. If I'm not correct, over 6,000 people looking for the same job you're gonna be looking for in the future. What's the guarantee that you're gonna have the job more than those people? Just your entrepreneurial skills, your strength. Okay, we're gonna go and look at other areas, hybrid and mobility. The next slide. I hope you get it, because if you don't get it, forget it. All right, the next slide. So let's look at the skills of tomorrow. Next slide. The first one is what? Next slide. Next slide. AI. Is my time up? Or still 30 minutes? Okay, AI. Okay, so AI is like, I was mentioning about the fourth industrial revolution. There was a time internet came. I remember what was driving internet then was email. How many of us have email here, right? There was a time I mean my own first email, I paid money to have that email. I paid 200 naira, I think. How many of us paid to have email when it came out? Anybody? You paid for email? Who else? Madam, did you pay for email?
We are here online. Oh.
You had it
Some
free?
of us paid for
I
emails.
paid for email in my life. And I paid 200 naira. You pay 100 naira, then you pay another 100 naira for cyber cafe. Yes. And the young man that was opening that email address, he traveled abroad from opening email address. You can imagine where at least in a day, you are certain of having about or more than 50 people coming to check their emails. Each time we come to check email, we pay for it. You pay for the airtime, then you pay for the opening. This guy traveled abroad with opening emails. I was like, what? I'm thinking about it now. It doesn't make sense. But that time, that was what was raining. Emails. Internet just started. It's not everybody that had internet. So people that were doing emails were making money. So where are we now? This is where we are. Guys, if you don't learn AI, you are on you're on your own. AI is disrupting jobs. AI is a tool. You need to know whatever thing you are learning, okay, find how AI is driving that industry. Is a tool. It's like we mentioned the first when our parents were doing hunting and gathering. What was the tool? Eh? Oh no, it's hunting. Hunting
Go
is
and
gun
arrow,
and stone. Yeah.
then guns.
During farming, what do we have? Hoes, right? What do we see? What we have today? AI is your tool. If you don't know how to use this AI, don't even think about tomorrow. Just stay here. Hello? Is anybody thinking? Farming, manufacturing, banking. Just keep listing. Customer care, accounting, construction. Just keep listing. Medical, fashion, entertainment. Oh yeah, I'll be listing. Social intervention. Guys, go and find out the AI that drives your industry. Simple. Because there are. Seriously. Last night somebody called me, said, please, because we do branding. The guy said, please, the father is late. He died at 99. And the mother also is late as well. So the mother is 15 years younger than the father. I said, okay, please, can I help him with an AI image of their father? They want to catch his image when he was 60. I say, wow. I said, I've not done it before, but I will try. You understand? The man is, they couldn't catch his pictures when he was 60. They have the pictures when he was very sick and very old. Do you understand? They say we should do the image of the same man at 60. And I mean, we submitted the first one here. The man said, wow, it's fine. But the face, we've not gotten it very well. They have to send the old pictures. So we need to have to work on those images to get this man image at 60. I didn't meet this man before in my life. I never snapped him. But AI is helping us. We are using a lot of prompts to be able to get this man at 60. So that's what AI can do. Without AI, trust me, I can't even imagine attempting that kind of project. Okay, my time is up. Okay, so I think I will take questions, right? Is there questions? Um, the slide I can give it to you, no problem. But do you have questions in the house so I can make room for others to come? Any question? I have questions. If you frame my question, 4 unit loads, you will not leave this hall. Any question? All right, let's put our hands together for organizer. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. You can do better, please. Can you clap your hands together, please? I say clap your hands. Come on. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure we are enjoying the class here. So right about now, wait, I'm not getting the excitement here. Are we all happy to be here? Make some noise now. If you know you're happy to be here, can you make some noise, please? Make some noise. Okay, it appears to be that some of you do not know why we are here today. Yeah? So today is not just the second day. Yeah? So today is more like, oh my God, like the main day. Do you get? So we're having different celebrations today. And I will bring to your notice that we are also having World Youth Skill Day today. Are you aware? But I think you clap your hands for that too. Come on. Today is also Career Care Anniversary. Clap now. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, and you're also aware about the federal government giving us a holiday for today, right? So that's like triple holiday. Just make some noise now. Let me see your excitement. If you're happy to be here, make some noise. That's cool though. So right about now we'll be driving straight to our panel section, and I've got my panelists. They are all waiting. They are all here and about to give us hot as even beyond our expectations. You get? So before anything, before I would introduce them, I would like to give you a memo, please. When I call them, I want you all to do what? Give me that excitement, like you clap, you're happy, like you're excited. All right? Okay, now give me a run through. Okay, make some noise. I said the wrong through. No. You can do better, right? Let's assume I've got one of my panelists here now. So give me that excitement. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for these panelists. Come on! Wow. Well, so first on my list here, I would like to bring back my senior colleague in the building. Not even a senior colleague, but a man with everything that we all know as should I say prestige and authority. Please join me as I make welcome my first panelist, Ruben Kalu, a lead consultant for Struggling. God bless you, sir. You can do better now. I thought we did this earlier. God bless you, sir. You're welcome, sir. Next on my list, I would like to bring up the Growth and Marketing Associate of She Lead Africa. Make some noise for Ademola Alex. God bless you, sir. God bless you, sir. I'm pretty sure. Okay, now I want to bring on this panel seat. This is okay. Yes, the growth partnership and lead for TechQuest STEM Academy. Please make some noise for Anita Agbakova. God bless you, ma. I say you can do better. Come on. And lastly, on my list, I've got the lead consultant for Go Beer Ninja. Make some noise for Lekon Padejo. God bless you, sir. You're all welcome. I think you can do better now. You can now clap since they are all here. All right. Am I good? All right, cool. So you're all welcome, sir. You're welcome, ma. God bless you. And I can assure you, our people here, they are all ready for us. And let's dive in straight. So firstly, I'll quickly throw a question, yeah, to each and every one of you here. And this question goes to us. For all panelists, please. What three skills do you think or do you believe will be most in demand in your sector over the next 10 years and why? So I would pass. Please, can I get my other mic? So, yes. Sorry, did you get the question correctly? Yes. So I would ask the question again here. So I was saying, what three skills do you believe will be most in demand in your sector over the next 10 years and why? So firstly, I'd give the mic to my Oga from Gobia.
Thank you very much.
Want to-
Once again, good morning, everyone. Good morning, my colleague here. Now, I represent the customer management industry. So in the customer management industry, a lot has been going on. And as we speak today, topmost of it is data analysis. Because for every customer in the customer management sector, you need to analyze them. Now, it's not as if we've not been having data done before now. But before, what is needed to do now is for you to be able to do an aggregation. If all you do is just to bring products into the market without identifying them, then you will be honed for it. And the second part to it is in the AI chatbot. Now, for everyone in the contact center, for instance, you walk into a bank today, what you see is CQs, and you see someone telling you, oh, you can only do transfer on this. But with the AI chatbot, you can actually do your transfer to your WhatsApp. Oh yeah, without being hindered. This is what we have just deployed to a microfinance just last week. And that means you can run messages to over 1 million in just 1 minute. So instead of you using your SMS, most people doesn't even bother on your SMS these days. All it's done is what? Move beyond that. So if I'm sending a message to say, okay, there will be holiday today, I don't have to call anyone. I don't have to engage my customer care to say, okay, start doing calls. I can only do what? Upload that via the WhatsApp. And every one of them, round, online, real time, there and then, they will be able to get it. So the third part of it is the part that you need to empathize. Now, empathy is not just on your thoughts. It's on what you do on a daily basis. If all you've deployed with your IT, it's taken out without you empathize, because why? For every customer you are relating with, you need to reason with them. You need to put yourself in their shoes per time. So if you are designing your so-called integrations, you need to also put them at the forefront of your minds. So those things, I would say, are very germane and still needed as we speak. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You can clap, please. Now let's hear from Madam Anita. Yes.
Okay. Good morning, everyone, once again. Really excited to be here. I love the energy in the room. So I would say, with regards to that question, the field that I play in is EdTech, because I represent TechQuest, and we do digital skills training, capacity building. So looking at the top three skills that I see are very relevant or will become relevant, I'd say, and I'll also re-echo some of what he said because it's relevant across the board. Starting with AI, artificial intelligence is something that has overtaken us in a certain way. And if we all know, or if you didn't know, the background and the basis for artificial intelligence is data analytics. So, data that you feed into a model that now brings out information, either as text, either as videos, either as all of that, audio and all that. So AI is very key, and it's a very key skill that everyone needs to build. Because take for instance, we're talking education now. We know that attention is a very, very is something that these days is fleeting because we're now so interconnected. It's unlike when it was our parents and all they just had was, okay, I'll send a letter and I'll get a notification or I'll get a letter back or a response back in weeks or months. Now you wake up in the morning. I think the first sound you hear before you even say a prayer is a ping. There's something there. Somebody has posted one thing. Is a flood of information. So in the education space, in order for you to harness all that information, you need to learn AI either as a builder or as a contributor in the education space. Because then you need to communicate things to your audience in a way that it will keep that limited attention that they already have because there's so much they need to go through. So if are you teaching math and then taking them through something that by the time they spend 1, 2, 3 minutes, they've phased out? Or are you using AI models to make things creative enough and to hold their attention span for a very long time? So AI is very foundational. It's something that you should learn, and you start from the data side because AI in essence is advanced data analytics. I would say another key skill that is important, and especially for our local reality here, is we have to take into consideration that we are in Nigeria. Unfortunately, we're getting there, but we're not where the rest of the world is. So if you're in the education space, and I love the person who mentioned that she wanted to start a school. That's kudos to you. I'm looking forward to your school. You should start thinking around who needs this access. We see the low scores and the low cutoff points in JAM. It's not because people are not learning. It's just that it seems there is that, and people are not assimilating it as fast as possible. And then you also need to take into cognizance those that are in the hinterlands. So rural areas where here there's electricity, there's internet. Someone who is somewhere in a remote village in, I don't know where, maybe in the middle of the deep north, may not have this sort of privilege. So how do we get that sort of information to them? Even in Makoko here, we're in Lagos, but there's still slums and there's still underserved areas. So if you are building for those people, don't build something or don't build an app that you say, okay, is web only. If they don't have phones and it can work, send like a short text every day, and that's their module. That's the course that you are teaching. Short SMSs, one in the morning, one in the evening, or like that. And before you know, you structure the whole course, and people have learnt it on their small mobiles. So AI, low cost or low tech solutions are very valuable, as well as you start thinking about strategic
thinking as well. Because that's also for you to even get to the point where you're building apps, where you're doing AI and all that. And as
Mr.
Mr. Carlo had mentioned in his presentation.
The skill
The
you
skill
need
you
now
need
is
now
not,
is not,
hello,
hello,
I
I
studied
studied pharmacology and I'm looking for a job. It is, hello, I studied pharmacology and these are the trends I have seen in the course of my study and what I do, maybe as a hobby or something like that. This is the problem I identified and this is
I believe could work. And by the way, I'm not just saying this is a solution I think could work. I've also done this and this with either my friends or with my family. And that way, you're already thinking in the way that the world is looking for. And you're not just sitting down and saying, I'll send you my CV. When is the interview? So that's it from me.
All right. So yes, I'd like to hear from Sir
All right.
Alex.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
So I work in the marketing space. I think for people that were around yesterday, I've introduced myself. So for me, I would say that looking at the next decade, one thing that we cannot take out is visual thinking. For me, I'm a very practical person, and I believe that we can't do without thinking visually because it's tangible. You need to whatever you're doing in the next decade. You have to be visual. You have to be with your vision as you are handling things, as you're thinking of your building stuff, building apps, building systems, building API, building all of these things. All of this that I mentioned, that was a very good session. I think that I use APIs in market, we use a lot of stuff, automation, and all. Still come back to AI. So visual thinking is one thing that we should hold on as a skill that you need to have. So I most time try to tell people to go for low tech skills. No code tech skills as tech skills that don't require code. A lot of people, yes, they are mentioning about personality. The reason why many people fail is not because they are not intelligent. It's not because they don't do the right things. Now, we are not very good in math. We are learning coding every day. When I said yesterday, I'm going to say it again today. You might not make it. I'm not trying to be in service. I'm a very happy person. I'm a sanguine. I like to play. But I'll tell you the truth. You might not make it. You don't do the right thing. I'm not saying you cannot, but you might not. You are not good in maths. You can't even add 44 plus 4 right now without checking your book or calculator. And you are going to learn OD. You are already, is that Python that will get So you need to know your strength. Play to your strength. I'm not good with maths. Why are you learning code? There are other no code tech skills that you can learn. You can still learn this time, what are you doing with data analysis? You will crash. Data analysis requires a high level of calculation. Someone that is very good now. And people are naturally gifted. You don't need to do anything. Ask them 141 plus 71. They can easily, but you know that you still have to use your phone. Then just go and learn something that needs to your strength. You can be a creative storyteller. You can be a digital marketer. You can be, you can learn. There are so many that don't even require you to start coding with the app. And that will take me to creative storytelling. It's another point that we need to. He has already said content. Problem is like storytelling is even beyond content. You can tell story without shooting a content. But everything that you do is also telling a story. So in the next decade, we need to look at these things. No code skill, things that don't require coding. Yes, coding guys is good in apps. I'm all out for them. Back end, front end, all these things, very amazing. So they're creating, next video talk about social entrepreneurship where people are creating solutions to solve problems. As I did those things, you need to also remember creative storytelling. And I also link it to another, maybe my second point now will be data. Data is very important for every, it goes across, as I said, data goes across every sector. There's nothing that we're doing with marketing. Marketing is about numbers. Like you are not chasing leads, you are chasing clients, you are not chasing clients, you are targeting. You are almost, you are literally not giving that area of numbers. You are just all about. So you cannot do without having data. Data is very, so anything that you are doing that requires people, just so that you are already talking about numbers. Let's say we talk about demographics. These are numbers. we are in this
We are in
room
this
now.
room now. We can say, oh, what's the data of we?
Okay,
They are male, they are female.
you know
I
about
don't
the
know
other
about the
gender.
other gender that they needed in the world.
So
So we know that it's male.
we need to
And this is like we click try US, we open any US right now.
I want to
I
enter
want to enter gender. You
just
see those roll out like
what happened?
what happened? When did we get there? You know, because just do that.
That's
But
just
that's
data.
just another type of data.
You can begin
You
to
can begin to collect that. You can begin to see
what state
what state
are we all
are we
from.
all from.
That's
That's
another
another
data.
data.
You begin to
You
now
begin
you're
to now you're
sectionalizing
sectionalizing say these are from Lagos.
Ibadan, so state. That's another data. You can say how many people are graduates here. You can begin to select again. How many people are graduates? How many people have a first degree? How many people have a second degree? You know, like that. So all of those data are very important. So if you are in the data sector, please own it very well. Don't do it like you are just doing it. Do it because you know that this is the future. The future is relying on data because data is the new oil. I'm not talking of data on your phone, no. Data as what we've explained. Then thirdly and finally for now, for my end, you know, when they spoke about AI, me, I'm always going the other way around. I'm a very unconventional thinker. Because you know why I said, because as beautiful as AI is, do you know that there's no AI without human beings? I can prove it anywhere. There's no AI. You know where AI started from? ML. ML is called machine learning. Everything that you have on any AI platform was inputted by humans. There's no AI that started without human beings. So that's you know what that why I'm trying to tell you that you are very important in the system of even this AI because it's garbage in, garbage out. Whatever you give to this, there are people that sit down behind machine learning to input all of this data into an AI platform that brings out results for you. For example, I'll give ChatGPT as a version. That same memory that you put into a ChatGPT and you're doing the okay, we sitting down now with ChatGPT just give you anything. No, there's something called a prompt. So it's the prompt that you put into this system that gives you something back. So there's no AI, so to say, without human effort. So you need to understand that as much as you are doing this, you yourself need to have sense. We can all use the same AI and I'll be getting better results than you. The people that make money just with the same ChatGPT that is on your phone. All they just do is sit down in their house, create prompts, and then they are building systems and all that. So, but you need to understand that you are also important in the scheme of things for this. So I brought it out from visual thinking. So I'm trying to make you know that you are the most important person in the whole of this system. So the next decade, the oil is yourself. So you need to own your own skills better so that way you're able to make more money and you're able to stay relevant. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much. I think we're colleagues, you know. He just mentioned, just put the whole words out of my mouth. Okay, the future will be AI marketing, whereby we run ads, and most of these ads, you know, you want to usually we do a lot of manual targeting, profiling, try to understand the audience you want to talk to. It makes life easy, and it helps even small businesses to be able to. You can see a very small business can beat up any big business in no time, and that's the power of AI. Thank you very much.
Oh, can you clap for me, please? Thank you very much, sir. So, briefly, I would like to throw my first question to Mr. Alex Ademola, who will be focusing on hybrid skills for digital marketing. Please, Mr. Alex, in the evolving digital marketing space, what hybrid skill will become essential for young professionals in the next decade, next 10 years? So,
Okay.
do you get my question?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, all right, sir.
So, it's beautiful to know that uh, the world has gone hybrid now. It's like the more, like I said, it's interwoven, humans and systems. There's no way we can internally separate them. That's why I said that we are all important in this system. So when you talk about hybrid, it's about online, offline. So the interconnectedness of this thing makes it beautiful because we now understand that, for example, now if I was going to create an automation, there of course, as I'm here now, there are automations that I created that doesn't require me to be there. Do you understand? I can send you an email for the next 30 days without lifting a finger. All I just do is sit down, design my automation. I'll say you get this email today. In the next 24 hours, you don't open that email. I put another prompt that says, if Shewa doesn't open that email, send another reminder in 24 hours. In 3 days, so you notice that there's some emails you get. Be like, why are these people after my day? Are not tired. Like, it's just one automation that was done to frustrate you, so that you must take that action. You say, have you opened your email today? No. 3 days later, if you don't, you say you did not open the email 3 days ago. You send another email. Is that people love? They don't love you. We don't love you. We just want your money and we want you to take action. So why am I saying this? Because it's very important that we understand